Republican presidential hopefuls, some who've entered the race already, and some who are thinking about it, are out in full force trying to make their messages clear. So whose message is the most powerful so far?
Pollster Frank Luntz is here to break it all down for us. Frank, we have a lot to choose from. It's going to be the busiest season ever. The first one you want to go to is Governor Walker.
Yes, because he's doing great in Iowa, and he's surprising people by his popularity. This is one of his best clips so far. Let's take a look.
What makes America great? What makes us exceptional? What makes us arguably the greatest country in the history of the world is that in moments of crisis, be it economic or fiscal, be it military or spiritual, there have been men and women throughout our history who have stood up and made decisions that think more about the future of their children and their grandchildren than they did about their own political futures.
I mean, it's amazing. No coat, shirt sleeves rolled up, no teleprompter, casual, but the language that he uses about American exceptionalism is the reason why he's doing so well.
But it's not that like he has an earth-shaking policy movement there. That's talking in generalities, but Democrats responded.
That's a smart point. In the first 6, 7, 8 months, it's who you are. Then you go into policy. So Walker's starting off the campaign by explaining who he is.
Okay, well, what do people think about Rand Paul? Here he is in action.
We've come to take our country back from the special interests that use Washington as their personal piggy bank. The special interests that are more concerned with their personal welfare than the general welfare. The Washington machine that gobbles up our freedoms and invades every nook and cranny of our lives must be stopped.
Amazing. It's amazing because it's the best anti-Washington message of any of the presidential candidates so far, and it's why Rand Paul is doing so well in New Hampshire. So each of these presidential candidates have a specific statewide strength. Marco Rubio does well in South Carolina. That anti-Washington message plays with the most solid conservatives all the way through the Republican primary into independents and even some Democrats.
I saw the green line go high. Meanwhile, Ted Cruz is the third one you wanted to take a look at. He had a great launch, got kind of quiet, but let's look.
Imagine a president that finally secures the borders. And imagine a legal immigration system that welcomes and celebrates those who come to achieve the American dream.
Red way up, green way down.
Yes, and that's Ted Cruz himself. His performance is perfectly attuned to Republican conservatives who really want someone who's going to fight for them. Someone's going to stand up to the White House. Democrats aren't quite as supportive. It's why he had an initial jump. For Cruz to do well, he's going to have to do well not just among the solid Republicans, but also among some independents who vote in Republican primaries.
So do you think that we should care, if you're a Republican, should they care that much about the green line right now?
It depends. New Hampshire, independents vote. South Carolina, even Democrats can vote. So, yes, it does matter in certain early states.
All right, it is early. Frank, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for dropping by.
You don't think about Frank Luntz in this huge Republican field and how hard this is going to be on you. But you ready for the challenge?
Well, I don't have to get in that swimming pool, so thank God for that.
Hey, you never know. We'll see what the red line
Did he mention a pool?
You don't want me in a swimming pool, I can assure you.
Let's see.
All right.
Well, let's do the dials on that next hour.